Good afternoon. My name is Justin George. This is for Valor Christian College, English 301, Professor Pham. I'm going to be talking today about the Kenyan job interview and professional culture. Kenyan job interviews are similar to that of what are in the United States, but that's just on the surface. What most interviewers value is very different than what Americans are used to. The differences are more about values, not procedures. They interview priorities and reflect cultural worldviews. The U.S. job interview priorities focus on skills and task completion, work experience, achievements, and awards. They're designed to evaluate what you can do and what you've accomplished individually. Academics are important, and they often outweigh education. Kenyan job interview priorities have a greater emphasis on academics. They regard an academic education and a degree to quite a higher standard than, say, your normal experience. Say someone has a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, compared to someone who is experienced for 10, 15 years in something. Even though the younger person has the degrees, they are, and not the experience, they are held to a higher value than that of the person with the experience. When they say, "Tell me about yourself in Kenya," what they don't want to know what you've accomplished, what your individual goals, or your individual accomplishments are, what awards you've received. They really want to know who you are. They want to know who your family is, what kind of upbringing that you've had. They want to know about your current family, your marriage. If you're married, you have children. They want to know really personally about who you are, not just what you're capable of. It's relational, really, in the Kenyan culture. It's not as much as professional as you would think, though they have a professional standard. They want to understand what your background and your values are. Unlike the U.S., where standing out is encouraged, the Kenyan culture values want to know how well you're going to work within a group. They want to know if you can fit with their team, if you're able to work as a team. If let's just talk about confrontation, or how you would deal with confrontation, or something along those lines in the workplace. They not really want to know how you're going to deal with it. They want to know if you're going to disrupt their community and and just really their way of life. So we move on to importance in cultural awareness. Success in Kenya really depends on understanding people and not just professional expectations. Cultural understanding definitely will lead to success, and they believe personal interaction provides the best insight. Personal relationships come before business outcomes. Personally, I've been to Kenya, and I have several friends in Kenya. One very close friend, he comes and spends time in the United States a couple times a year. He'll stay a month with us, and really it's just really about their personal relationships, how they When they have a close personal relationship with someone, that's how they build trust. That's how they know if they can count on you. That's how they know if they can count on you in situations. Um, I've done some business situations with some Kenyan people, and they aren't really worried about outcomes. They are really worried mainly about personal relationships and keeping those relationships intact. Um, Kenyan meeting culture. Let's talk about that for a minute. You know, their meetings are relational first. Most topics may seem unrelated to business, but and that may make like Americans feel frustrated. But relationship building is the purpose of these meetings. Patience is essential, and building trust takes time. But as I talk about time, let's talk about Swahili time. Swahili time is a quote term that is used because they have a flexible view of time. They may schedule a 2 o'clock meeting, and though they are conscious of time, they're not going to be really held to that time frame. So being very flexible will relieve you of any frustration. They may start a 2 o'clock meeting at 3 o'clock, and it's just really fine in their culture. Lateness is not normal, and it's not disrespectful. They focus on people and not the clock. Say they had something else before. They're not going to say, well, I must cut this short to go meet with this person. It's not that they don't value time and value that time. They really value the person, and in the time that they're with the person, they give of themselves fully. So key takeaways is cultural differences can shape interview priorities. Their relationships outweigh resumes all day long. So if you connect with a Kenyan interviewer, you connect in the interview, you are very relational, they will be very open and very apt to hire you. And if not, develop a further relationship with you. That's why it is of most importance to be very relational in the interview. So, although the interview processes are different, they look the same on the outside in the United States and Kenya. The Kenyan people value relationship over the resume. Thank you. Have a great day.